Start right now. What's up, Money Geeks? Mr. V here. Welcome to another video. So in today's video, guys, I want to talk to you guys about starting your investment journey. If this is 2020, again, new year, people are setting a ton of new year resolutions. Some people want to lose weight, some want to be debt free, some want to get married, want to have kids, all these good things that everybody's talking about. And some people just want to start saving either the emergency fund, or even you start learning how to invest or start the process of investing. But there's certain things that have been holding you back. Maybe it's just fear of you thinking, oh, I don't have a degree in finance, so I don't think I can invest, or I'm not making a ton of money. How can I invest when I'm only making, X amount of dollars a month? All those things are myth, and they're holding you back because you haven't talked to the right people or you haven't asked the right questions. So in today's video, I kind of want to walk you guys just to show you that even if you can spare $50 or $100 a month, you can definitely start your investment journey. So the first place where you would start is that I want you to go to Vanguard.com, open an account. I did a video and talked about how to open a Vanguard investment account, a brokerage account with Vanguard. I'm going to hook it up here, so you can definitely go check it out. I walk you through the steps of actually opening the account and transferring funds into the account. So that will get you started. So you have $50 a month, you have, or $100 a month. In Vanguard, you have two options as far as passive investment. And when I say passive, I mean the one where you don't have to worry about is looking at the stock market every single day. So you can either invest in ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, or you can invest in index funds. And Vanguard actually started this whole concept of index fund, and I'm not going to go into the details of that. You can look it up here on YouTube. There's people who have talked a lot about how the index funds came about. You can go look it up. But so those are the two options. ETFs are just, they trade like stocks, and the difference is that there's no minimum investment required. Whereas if you want to invest in, let's say, index funds, there is like a minimum investment amount. In most cases with Vanguard, it's about $3,000 that's required before you can start. So again, for you starting out, you don't have $3,000 sitting around to get you started, right? You have $50 or maybe you have $100. So what you're going to do is once you create your brokerage account with Vanguard, you can transfer your $50 or your $100 into that account, and you can invest in ETFs. The good thing again is that with Vanguard ETFs, once you buy the ETFs, it's commission free. You don't have to pay any commission, so you only pay for the ETF that you buy. So you can start very simple, and then you can set it so that every month, maybe $50 or $100 leaves your bank account into your brokerage account and buy more of that ETFs. So I love like the technology ETF, which is VGT. That's a little bit expensive, it's over $200, but there's other ETFs like VYM that you can buy for less than $100. And so once you buy your first one and it gets in the market, and then every month you just continually transfer money into that account and buy more ETFs as you go. So again, the goal is not for you to start with $1,000, $10,000, or $20,000. The goal is for you to start with your $50 and gradually grow from there. And then once you buy that ETF, you set it up so that when they pay dividends on those ETFs, it reinvests into the account. So let's say the ETF pay dividends of 2% or whatever they pay. Don't pull that dividend out. Just let it reinvest. That's a compound effect. So you're bringing in money from your bank account, you're investing it, they pay you dividends, they reinvest that dividends, and then so next time that they want to pay dividends, they're paying dividends for the compound amount, not just the amount that you have in there. Do you see how that whole thing works? It's kind of like a snowball. Once you get it started, it starts moving down the hill. As it goes down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger because it just keeps picking more along the way. The only thing that you have to make this happen is that you have to have snow, in my analogy, because if a snowball rolls down the hill, there's no snow, it's going to lose snow, right? But in this case, you're rolling the snowball down the hill. The snow that you have to keep putting there is you putting that money constantly every month. So that's how you can get started. And so for people that are really worrying about starting to invest and they have a low budget, this is a strategy that would definitely help you on your journey to investing for retirement. Again, let's recap here, guys. The myth about you having a financial degree before you can start investing is not true. Another myth is that you need thousands of dollars to start investing. That's not true. You can start investing with as low as $50 a month. Most importantly is for you to get started. Open your Vanguard account, your brokerage account, transfer money from your bank account into your brokerage account, even if it's just $50 like we talked about, or $100. Once that money gets in there, buy an ETF. Do some research and look for ETFs that are within that range, that price range of $50. There's a lot of ETFs on Vanguard that you can find. And start small. So buy your first ETF. Make sure that you set it so that the dividends from that ETF gets reinvested. And that's how your compound interest is going to come into play, and that amount is going to grow big. And every month you keep transferring that money over. So don't take your foot off the gas. Once you get it started, stick to that $50 at least. And if you can make more money, you increase that number to maybe $100 to $200 to $300 based on how much extra money you make. But for the minimum, make sure that you're putting in that $50. So this is a strategy, again, for people that are starting out, people that have no idea. If you are struggling and don't understand the concept of investing, you think it's complex, this video should definitely help you get started. ETFs are your friends. Index funds are even better. And so once you've gotten to the point where you have enough money, let's say you have $3,000, and then now you can maybe sell some of those ETFs, and then looking at buying some index funds based on their performance. If you find some really good index funds like VTSAX, that is a really excellent ETF that index fund that I use. So you can sell some of the ETF and buy that index fund and just continue to grow your portfolio just like that. So that is a strategy that would help you get started in 2020, and you're not going to regret it. So definitely let me know if you have any questions about stuff like this. Most importantly, get started. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, stay motivated.